but do they have what it takes to take down Sentinels, who are coming into this hungry after their Masters Bangkok performance? I'm sure they want to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, especially after, taking that win down against 100 Thieves.
Much of that Vice util over towards C here. It's going to be Bang and Narrate who'd get busy.
Full execute comes in. That utility from the breach and Taeho that can be recycled later on for when the retake comes in. Already in drop one.
Oh, Kesnet has to make the adjustments. He's able to win it out. Bang falls pretty darn quickly, and Narrate doesn't have much to do until those reinforcements get there. Mizzino takes a glancing blow, and Kesnet is a little bit low. Prowler goes over the top there, and Mel's already ascended. John and Zek can get involved. Shy with a respectful distance there, and Kesnet now reveals himself. Surely traded. John's finding himself 3, and Zelsis will clean it up.
Getting his way into rubble, so a mid-round pivot from the crew side.
Zekin's definitely been tipped off that something could be afoot on this side of the map. There it is. Shy walks out of the open. Zekin deals with him pretty comfortably. However, crew get in onto this A site once more. Bang was in a similar position in the pistol. Dropped down, got taken down by Kesnet, but Sen were able to win it out. And see how this rolls through. The Bulldog barks and bites, apparently. Adverso a screaming heap, and it's up to Melsa with nothing but the classic to work with. And it is a fully fledged, full force Sen team to end the round. In this round here for Sentinels, and nobody's in drop yet. That's now been confirmed. Sen really holding back off the A site for now.
And there's definitely some danger from crew on account of the fact that a couple of their players are on wicked low HP. These SMGs could get easy kills here, and Mizzino there, he goes down, he was low.
And that's just across the site there. Bang finds a tight angle, but the Razorvine is going to slow this up a little bit for Sentinels. Meanwhile, Zelsis is on the wrap here. Going to be a push towards top and a trade. I think Sen are going to be happy with that, but Shy's going to be a problem there in drop. He's found his second. Zelsis going to be there, but he's got nothing but a stinger to work with.
Again, we're heading into this fast A-brawl, exchange of utility.
Again!
And again, he gets the nade, and Melsa goes down to it.
This time, Bang, he's even further forward. He might have a timing here, and yes, Kesnet goes down. Mizzino at least able to find that aftershock here, and numbers are even after a frenetic opener. John doesn't bite off more than he can chew here. Mizzino is allowed to slip away.
Give away their location.
And a decent hedge from young Jordan Belfort here, as he'll now be aware, of course, the crew have walked in and they take some damage off that Razorvine. Nothing to write home about, but still could be crucial. And they're going to group up here. Yep, play from the mound direction now. The door's going to go open.
Utility certainly does favor crew, though, having the breach alive, having that stun from Mizzino cycled back up.
Shy's out of util, essentially, though.
This is a great reposition. I really like this from crew. They even have the archers to play off of, and on a spike tap, the Mizzino can just send out this fall line. They can swing off it together. This is really good for them.
It's a big moment here now. Fault line comes through. Neither Sen player affected by it as John wants to push up past this now. There's the flash coming out. John needs to find 2 and it won't be enough. Crew. And perhaps because of that, Kesnet opts not to commit to follow up on the breach stun. So Zekin now wants to clear a bit more space, and into tree takes a trade. Hey, with the Sheriff, he's got to be happy with the 1-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, Mizzino's going to be happy he even got that kill in the first place with Zekin just zooming around the corner. That had to be a fast reaction. Crew trying to force this into A still. There are 3 Sen players here and another on the way.
Playing close, they've still got a lot of this fade util to play off of as well. Here's the swing, flash comes in, Narrate falls, Bang's going to be good for 1, and this is dangerous, crew. You do not want to test the Sen when they're embedded in a site like this. But there's no time to pull out. 20 seconds left in the round. Crew are fully committed. In for a penny, in for a pound. And Melton needs to make an opportunity happen here, but he's low! Chunked to pieces by the Sheriffs, and Kesnet has to bail his team out of this unenviable situation. Healthy as he is, the smoke dissipates and Zelsis will fall. Bang and John had to put this together, and the pistol round is pretty decent.
Second picks up the Outlaw here on account of everybody on crew being on those light armors, and Buddy makes use of it quick.
Young Zelsis is on the Daka. We have the Odin in the game. He's not going to get much action this round. It was finally crew have extricated themselves from the clutches of this compulsion to go to the A side of the map. Not committed yet, with only 3 players to work with.
Tiny consolation for crew as they hope to get into this C site where Sen have the read. They are stacked up. Paranoia ready to go off sound cues from crew. This should be an easy cleanup.
Yeah, Bang is virtually vibrating with anticipation here. They come, they're hit with the Paranoia, it's devastating, and Bang is ready for Melsa to take that high ground. Haunt off Narrate here for Zelsis to play off. Door going to open. Kesnet actually wants to challenge this, so Zelsis is going to be forced back here. Cavalry's arrived though for Sen. John inserts into this A site, and bang, he's really feeling himself here.
And that is the beauty of the Vice. The delay you get from the Razor Vines allows for timing to rotate, but bang, that flank exploited.
We're going to bounce to B here. Crew immediately change of tact here, and Sen realize it, but they're about half a second behind.
Yeah, that's an excellent mid-round call from Adverso, trying to get into the site. Aftershock to force Zekin back, not allow a flood.
Narrate needs to wait for this. The timing couldn't be good. Spacing going to be crucial here. Mazzino's really struggled with some of these Raze nades coming in. Mel's already a couple in this first couple of rounds too. Okay, here comes that Annihilation here. Well, Armageddon, excuse me, but there's Zekin from up on high. He's able to take the one at least. Kesnet wants to push up, and Array gets into the game now. 3 versus 3. How do you get value out of this Odin here for Zelsis? Hold him one for the boys, maybe. Steel Garden gonna be popped. That, of course, is from Shy.
Force Zekin back, not allow a flood.
Narrate needs to wait for this. The timing couldn't be good. Spacing gonna be crucial here. Mazzino's really struggled with some of these Raze nades coming in. Mel's already a couple in this first couple of rounds too. Okay, here comes that Annihilation here. Well, Armageddon, excuse me, but there's Zekin from up on high. He's able to take the one at least. Kesnet wants to push up, and Array gets into the game now. 3 versus 3. How do you get value out of this Odin here for Zelsis? Hold him one for the boys, maybe. Steel Garden gonna be popped. That, of course, is from Shy. And there it is. Zelsis has found Adverso. Happy to hold that line. Narrate with a shorty as well. Oh, that hurts. That stings. Shy down to 52, but Zelsis has a lot of work to do now, and he will be surrounded.
They've been keeping a tight lid on Crew's economy, forcing them onto very awkward ecos, stopping any of that momentum to build. But good first blood from Kesnet.
Apparently, through smoke entirely, as Zekin was just perched in that corner on the orb. Okay, like a re-clear here of A, but Crew playing pretty compact here. And now we have the Viper spit over towards the C side, maybe rendering that as a non-option.
Wow, they want to fight close with this paranoia. What is this from Bang?
Yeah, oh, it's madness. He's going for it. He's pushing this. Are you kidding me? That's 2 consecutive rounds of Bang, maybe overheating just a bit after a great start here. Where's the recovery going to be for Sentinels? It might be too much to ask here as Narrate burns down to the Aftershock, and Mazzino's classic deals with Zelsis. It's up to John in a 1 versus, checks notes, 5.
It didn't even matter that Zelsis took the primary weapons out of Crew's hands. They were just up in the numbers. The utility from them was excellent. John gets 1, but ultimately should just be a consolation kill. Kesnet trades the clone for the wall activation to deny some passive info gain from Sentinels, who are just throwing pieces of util one after another to get info. Rolling Thunder to get in, but no one from Crew can actually make that effort. They want to go into B anyhow, just a pivot to a site that they hope is free.
So it's part of the sale. Crew get themselves into this B side, make no mistake. Narrate pretty close here to oh my god, that was pretty scary.
Real?
Yeah.
What? Is that a real thing?
No, he was pinged out, of course. All right, able to see him. Here comes Zekin, has to go and take the fight, but where's the follow-up? Narrate is there for 1. Bang caught inside the Razor Vine, and that wall's going to come down sooner rather than later. He would be exposed in that case, and Mazzino was tucked in the perfect spot. Bang can't see the wood for the trees.
They immediately just got killed by Shy.
It was Bang. It was Bang pushing off C.
They do not want to relive that miserable experience.
Zelsis, this is uncomfortable. Oh, what? Okay, apparently Zelsis gets away with that. Must have been a dark cover in his way. Gets away from the Razor Vine. Flash comes in, Zelsis hears this. Has the Stinger, pretty well suited for this kind of range as Paranoia comes in. He doesn't care, he knows approximately where Adverso is. Surely not another 50, surely not another one here for Sentinels. Melsa gunned down and Shy try as he might. This is all gonna bleed clock. It's gonna have to be a playthrough tree in second. He just found the timing. Finger on the pulse, Kesnet without one now. And here comes that Nightfall. Information galore now for Sentinels to make informed decisions about the setup. No plant yet, of course, and 26 seconds left in the round. Time is getting thin for Crew. The Wicked's burning. And where do they go from here? It's awkward. Try and pull their way out, but how do they get to another side? Zelsis is hot on their heels. He does not want to let him get away with this. Spikes over towards Rubble. Shy finds the 1. With 10 seconds left, there's not much more to do except for Sen to try and wrest these guns away.
Crew have just found virtually no success on these big site executes. Sen have been lights out on defenses out of those spam angle positions that you could take towards B main, allowing Crew free access to the site.
Sen have a showstopper for this retake. That's a scary position to be in if you're Crew. They knew about this before they hit this B side anyway. Bang's gonna fall though. That's Melter finding something over towards Mound here. He won't opt to push up into waterfall or anything crazy like that, but here's this TP. Okay. Zekania gets onto the site. Showstopper gets him there. Now it's a matter of Sen holding this real estate. Fires it off, Shy avoids it, and there's Zelsis falling. He tries to take a swing, and Mazzino's looking dangerous. 17 health and a dream. He'll take 3.
4 players involved in this.
Well, didn't need much of a trap play. Just one person apparently would have been enough to deal with Zelsis. Crew, though, they do get that advantage they're looking for early and can now scale up towards Rubble. Kesner having the option to embed himself here and get out with the gate crash later.
They're going to cross the wall, deny some of that passive info for the defenders. Now forced to look at B main as Sen pivot. Wanting to go for this C execute after the Razor Vines have been depleted from Shy.
Okay, will be narrate first. Second also making his way up the C site. It'll be left empty of crew players, of course. They'll look to try and retake from halls, and Zekken wants to get ahead of this now. Wow, okay, Paranoia also committed to that effect. Zekken going to try and get out here. Here's Util will, of course, spot onto crew as they look to flood now back onto the site. Sentinel's going to be ready. Bang doesn't really know where to be looking right now. Flash comes in, but Sentinels have been able to set themselves up here at the back of the C site, so we're looking for a no-holds-barred brawl for control of the spike. And we get what we asked for. Mazzino finding his second. There's some sharp shooting, but eventually he'll find his third. It's up to John. And the Moroccan Mastermind cannot hold the tides of crew at bay.
Percent straight up 5 classics. Even though they got that plant, they are not going to risk anything. They want the absolute max buy when they get to the gun round.
Okay, pulling up the B side pretty quickly here. You can see Sentinels want to take control of that waterfall route over towards B side. Shield wall going to be thrown up here as well to give them that early warning. So crew, great flood last round. What can they put together here on a dime?
We have 3 actual guns to get back in on this too. And so much utility from Sen to wade through.
2 players at upper here. Melser actually forced out. He has to retake this space, but off the Paranoia, he's able to. Keston fires 1, but Bang could be a problem. Adverso, though, is sharp as attack, folks. Another nice flood from crew. Urkwall at 8.
On the bonus round, look at this aggression from crew.
Hello? Oh, buddy. Okay, Zekken's going to be ready for that. Bang TP'd on out, and Zelsis is waiting for the push-up for Shy. This one has fallen flat from crew. Sen laid the trap. Oh, buddy, the firing squad is ready to unleash, and Kesnit sheepishly gets out of dodge.
Even at that, Sen were ready for the pivot to reaggress out of B with a high-low setup. John collecting 3 kills. Listen, I'm not going to be...
After having a bit more traditional approach and kick off. So far, so good. Melsa set up on Rubble. Pretty standard look here for crew. Going to be a bit of a fight, though, off the back of this. Zekken wants to take it, and the curtain comes down. Adverso picked up. Zekken, though, a little bit low. Melsa able to get involved and deal with the raise. Narrate still chomping at the bit. He still wants to take a fight here, but is there much to be found? Melsa almost predicting this. Narrate still able to succeed. 3 versus 3 now over on the B side. The dimensional drifting Kesnet spots Celsius out, who opts maybe to change his heading.
Cousin has to find a good timing to retreat there. Didn't actually have a teleport he could go into. And oh, Mazzino on the line. The second narrate wrapped around that corner of the box.
I mean, Narrate is just convinced there's no one tucked on that box. He's looking at Baby Door there. Okay, here's the Vice Util.
Zels is trying to sell the solo man fake, so John can just work up towards A for free.
It's not called Celsius for nothing, Wyatt. At least John's been able to get up over towards this A site. And there's that lurk wall to deal with, however. You've got to be ready for this. Mazzino shows a little bit of leg. Celsius now needs to get towards A, but he's definitely wary of being cut off from that Baby Door angle. And okay, Viper's Pit thrown down on the A site.
Why not? 2 versus 3 makes it a realistic chance to actually convert this.
Oh, this is a dirty angle too, but John can't play off this. He cannot help Celsius right now. He's just got to sit inside the pit.
I love this decision from him. He's just playing passive. He just wants to waste the time of crew who now have to go and explore this pit entirely.
Is he going to be quick enough? Celsius is already wrapping around. He's no longer looking to be keeping busy. This is the problem now. He's got to get through 3 players. Mazzino's already gotten this to half now. Kesnet trying to swing this, and crew will shut it down.
They could be more concerned with elsewhere on the map.
Celsius patient on this one. John does get his pound of flesh over at the C site. That's Melsa just asking for a little too much. And now Sen maybe getting away for this. Celsius, though, was an important anchor for him in that position. He's been compromised. Adverso's able to push up now. and eventually wrap over towards this mound area or stay embedded in case there's a bounce back, but there's not much time for that. Rolling Thunder's going to complicate the calculus here for Sentinels. 25 seconds left, 3 players to try and get to this side. The odds are not good. And here comes Adverso, slithering, sneaking his way towards mound. Likely will catch a whiff of Sentinels here. They've got to go, 13 seconds left, but Adverso strikes from behind.
And now Melser is pushed up over towards mound. Paranoia can't even force him back. He's just taking the fight, 2 for 2.
Sting is here now, pushing up some upgrades available here for Sentinels. They've got to be quick about this. No one there to trigger the Razorvine, so they're going to get onto this seaside unfettered. It's a smoke that blocks Adverso off, and he'll have to wait now at Waterfall. Kesnet to wrap through mound. Crew want to spring this trap pretty quickly, and Kesnet gets a freebie. Now wants to keep putting that pressure down. It's going to be Bang, who's wary of him. John falls, and it's up to the lone man. Can Bang do it? Kesnet falls quickly. Mesino and Adverso surely going to double swing this, and Bang has to have a sense of it. Can he find some purchase here? The answer is no. That's what Crew are looking for. Here comes Zek and Showstopper, hit immediately by the special delivery. Still, the rest of Sentinels are going to commit to this B side. That Showstopper's about to expire, though. That's a big weapon out of Sentinels' arsenal. But they are swarming over B.
Adverso collects that orb, gets the Armageddon online for the retake, and there's going to be a triple flank fight.
It's got to be his, Elsis. He has to come alive, and unfortunately, it's much the opposite. They're also able to stack up with many of his other players. Here comes that Armageddon over towards the B site. It's going to force a little bit of movement. John here, though, going to duck back now onto the site itself. It's Melzer making his way through. The hit squad of Crew are not missing right now. They are deadly effective. Narrate's able to find just the one here, but it's 3v1. Narrate quiet for much of the game. Kesnet rips him a new one. Sen now had to go for this. That's the sheer wall, of course, that is going to give away their intent. And Crew can take their time. Grouped up now, 3 players, of course, and bear in mind, Steel Guard and Dimensional Drift, it's all on the table here for Crew. They can play with their food a little. Here comes the Drift. This is Kesnet.
How many has he had in this game? It seems like every other round.
Yeah, is this initial D with how much he's been drifting? Wild. Okay, here's that Steel Guarded. Now Sentinels without their primary weapons. As much as we like the Sen bundle, that might not be enough to get them over the line here. It's going to be popped by both sides. Celsius was able to develop his as well, and here's John looking to take a fight towards Halls. A long climb, though, still. Crew advantage. Narrate able to find 2. It's on the table now. Celsius and John have to make it happen, but Shy shuts it down.
Standard high tide thrown out by the Harbor that covers both those doorways. Oh my god. What is that? How does Celsius go down on the cross? Brutal.
Some nasty work under tube there from Shy. Santa Viper Wall set up, though. We'll get Sentinels essentially onto this B site. John with the spike in hand, but Mesino playing pretty close here. Now looking to take a close fight, and those right clicks are good. Narrate has struggled over the course of this series thus far in Crew. Oh, they're doing what they do best. They love to sink their teeth.
High tide wall just cutting off both doorways.
Yeah, crucially, that debuff applied by it. Very standard spot here for Kesnet, just looking to play above the walls. Contact shot is good. He sticks around for a second one. Got to respect that level of audacity.
Not punished for the greed. Oh my god, Mesino picking up the slack.
He wants more. I can't believe it. He wants more. That was the no-scope. You're kidding. Kesnet, you have an MB2 for a reason, my friend. Okay. John B3. Second getting ready now to dash onto the side, into the Cloudburst. He goes now, but getting hammered down by that Nano Swarm combination. Second able to avoid it. Had that regen shield, so, I mean, somewhat durable now as the fight begins. Fragment and Snakebite thrown to the back of sight, but Mesino unaffected by both. Second now has to fight. Gets the one, but Narrator's going to be good for the refrag. It's Mesino without the required weaponry here, and Kesnet, surely not. We just get out of here with the Operator. It's in.
You're essentially seeing the exact same setup from Crew with the Op controlling B, everyone else stacked up towards A.
Yep.
This time they have much better weaponry to take these fights, however.
Pretty surgical here for Zek, and he wants to carve a way in, and they're trying not to deal with the Op if they can help it, but they might pull out.
Yeah, the big difference, though, from Sen on this round is that Bang is exploring towards B, but he's caught out in the open.
They're going to go back to A. I just don't think there's any option for them now with the time left in the round. Celsius gets pinged out here, though, so Crew know that there's a bounce back towards A.
The crossfires on defense are so good. This genuinely looks hopeless for Sen. They'd have to go insane on this execute individually.
They already cleared this corner. Mesino's in. He reposted there now, and Sen don't have the util to get him out, and they're not going to check it second, though. Still wins the fight. That's absurd. Narrate also able to get them, and you just talked about a cast of curse wire. That is devious work from you, mate.
4 players stacked up with the rifles.
We've often seen them like bounce on defense between sites a lot. They're going to force Kesnet off this line in theory with this owl drone. Yep, he respects it. Reposts because he's Kesnet. Now pinged. Surely we get off the line now. Yes, Zakin going to push him pretty quickly. Kesnet has to beat a hasty retreat, and he gets back behind the B site. Flash in for John. They've got to be thinking about snowman control, I'm sure of it. Cut off these op lines or just pull back entirely.
Yeah, they just have the superior weaponry to play back, swing for each other late. Matter of fact, if they need to, they even have the Hunter's Fury from Narrate, so SEN are really set up for success here.
They've got this Messi util to work with, though. He can really carve up the map and allow Crew to get in behind it, but it doesn't matter. Zekin fires up for 2. Inverso sitting duck.
They're doing something similar right now, but they've adjusted Melser over towards that B side as the execute comes in.
Okay, it's going to be a fast hit for Sentinels coming in, but Zekin's going to fall early. Null Command, though, will pave the way, and Narrate's having to deal with Inverso. Messi back aside, taken down a little too cheaply, I think, for Crew's liking. And Kesnet here opts to take a little bit more of a passive angle, allowing for a plant.
Looked like Zelsus was doing some kind of Arsenal roleplay, getting that kill up top. Kesnet trying to swing back in on the left side.
Oh man, it's so audacious, and who's covering him? That is strictly a solo effort. Melser is able to pick that line up eventually, but was in no position to play off of Kesnet. And frankly, that's just a 2-gun save. Arbor Util's being drawn out on the B side, and Kesnet realizing he might have to rotate back to A here.
Yeah, this is the Crew ants round. They are just running around on defense. They do not know where to position at the moment. But they've made the read, actually. They've gotten back to A right on time.
Okay, getting messy now. Mel's able to deal with Zekin, but it's going to be a trade. Numbers favor SEN now in this 4 versus 3, and they're on the front part of the site, but Kesnet, surely he's not going to run out. His interlope is in for free. Surely looking to excise a toll now, but it's awkward. He's got to swing out and get a trade at best, but it's Messi, vintage Messi. Able to use that ultimate now, give Bang the hot foot. He's stunned up, but he misses a golden opportunity. Bang, healthier right now, has to keep moving here. Messi watches him out.
Oh my god! Rarely by this lockdown.
Inverso offers, just holding back in his Hunter's Fury for the time being. So Crew are going to respect this, allow Sentinels to move on into A. Oh, wow, okay, big ping there for Johnny, sees so much.
And it just took down the Hunter's Fury. Kesnet, great opening.
That's been disabled for the time being now. Viper's Pit here for Sen in the post plant. Kesnet does get his pound of flesh, but there's so much more to be done now. And to get through this pit could be a tough ask. And also see nothing. No tags at all off of that Hunter's Fury. Time is ticking. Zelsus crouched, biding his time, waiting inside the pit. Adversa wants to try and light it now, but Zekin's dealt with Melser easily enough. Zelsus is waiting, ready to take the fight. And Crew down to 3 with an operator as well. This looks awkward. They're going to have to walk away. It's going to be a 2-gun save here. We're shy looking for something on the exit side, but there's nothing to be found. As Zelsus has given Sentinels a good staging ground by clearing a lot of the front part of this site.
I mean, unless Crew want to flood in, time is dwindling so low. 15 seconds. SEN haven't even tapped the spike yet, and all of Crew are stacked up.
Okay, oh, that's nasty. Narrate going to be caught by the shock dart. John going to try and get this plant down now. Scant seconds left of the round. It's him and Zelsus against the world. Messi gets plugged. Zelsus has to make it happen. V3 here, and he spots Kesnet on that off angle. It's a comfortable swing. Respect the owl drone to no. Okay, well, as I say that, does head there.
The respect.
Had an idea, and then I threw it out. All right, Narrate. Okay, does see his opposite number there, and Inverso is pinged. So now we're at the front of the side again. Sen knocking on the door. Shot for Kesnet goes a little wild. He had to get away from this now and allow for a plant. So again, Crew are looking for one of those signature floods. This time, the shock dart won't claim Narrate's life.
Another half as they try to flood in. Zekin is too sharp.
Oh, buddy. That is filthy. 3 for Zekin now at null command in play. Give him the rest. Just Kesnet left now, and Zekin will box it away.
Camera, stone face.
All right, we loosened up now, Sen City. Oh, okay. Far from done, just above the wall. Kesnet spotted, head goes rolling. Couldn't ask for a much better plant than that. Already taking the jet out of the game, and the guns are not good for Crew.
John is just ready to throw up this pop flash on the spike tap. The rest of the SEN players swing off it. No, never mind. Let's just go fight them. So what if we just shoot at them?
They're going to blow up some steam at some point here. Here comes Zekin round the corner. It's Melser. It gets lobotomized. However, the numbers are even after Adversa was able to deal with John here, but Bang will wait. Through the high tide he goes, and he connects beautifully. What a correction! Ooh, buddy. Over towards B seems to be the look now. Zelsus going to Take note, of course, on Nano Swarm that he skillfully circumvents. Sen can fall back now towards these positions, towards yellow.
Crew have significant ultimates for this retake, though. Looking for, yeah, there it is from the Harbor. Have the lockdown as well, and Zelsis exposed.
Oh, that's dirty work. Okay, Mazina's able to find one under tube, and here come a full 5 of Crew. John has to keep moving here, of course, but the Harbor ultimate has now expired. No rates, okay. Great recovery there, and okay. Big damage on the second. Pinged out, has to fold away. It's all up to John QT. Spray is good, but Shy was waiting for him.
Wasn't their best in the past. They're looking much better at the moment.
And this double controller util is going to let Crew just completely cut this side off and basically force flood retakes out of Sentinels unless they want to anchor and play aggressively in the site, which feels like a risky proposition against a team like Crew who hungers for those opportunities.
Well, and yeah, I mean, a hungry Kesnet is going forward to take that initial first duel, finds the kill, and now they're setting up 5 versus 4 on the site. Crew want to play crossfires.
Here comes Sentinels. Remember, this KO util, this flash is going to be huge. Get Sentinels into this side. Zekin opens things up beautifully, though. Melsa waiting under Raptors, but Zekin, he doesn't miss those. Kesnet a little bit low, and Bang likely to challenge him as his wall drops. How quick can you be on the uptake? Kesnet finds his one. Frenzy goes to work on Zekin, though. It's up to Narrate versus Kesnet. Narrate needs a moment, needs a little bit of a confidence boost about Kesnet.
Bang looks a little silly there, but I think a pop flash came up from John Cutie that he was, you know, had his back facing where it was landing and goes down in silly fashion.
Okay, investment in the Marshal this round for Sentinels is just a little anemic, of course. They lack the weaponry to make much of this round. Kesnet and Shy armored up and also with rifles to work with. Zelsis with his favorite weapon.
They have opted for a pretty big investment here, which is, you know, juxtaposed to the same situation on Lotus where they just had a couple weak pistols. Zekin is happy to do damage, especially given what I was just saying. They invested heavy into this Crew.
They should be able to walk away with this, though, with those 2 rifles in tow comfortably. Sentinels will look to challenge, but Melsa will be left behind. There was Zelsis now and Zekin, just hoping they can dig someone out of position. It's unlikely, and of course at this point, the odds of... Okay, here's that reckoning. Now the defenders have to get moving. There's a bit of a gap here that Bang can occupy. Crew are going to try and hit this hard now through all of this controller util. Kesnet over the top, caught by Bang, though. He's out of range of that Harbor ultimate. He's able to find himself a couple. Zekin follows up nicely, finds the 1-for-1. It's Shy and Mazzino now. Well, a bit of heavy lifting to do. With Narrate falling, though, they've at least been able to even the odds in that cove. John has to swing wider to take the fight. Audaciously, Mazzino goes for it, falls. It's up to Shy. Canny, so cunning. Has the post plant as the KJ duel will decide the round. Nasty work.
Get forward into prime position where you can activate the execute. SEN, they want to echo the site.
Okay, Narrates, trigger discipline, works against him. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Again, the weaponry's not there for them. Crew, though, now on the precipice of going up 2 rounds. Zekin's just got nothing to see. Now you're dealing with this really oppressive controller util in a post plant. Impossible really for SEN to fight through it, but they've got nothing to lose virtually in this round, except the Blade Storm that Zekin did commit.
Yeah, at this point, though, it's like, I mean, damage be damned. It doesn't even matter. Crew have tons of cash behind them. Zekin is looking to be an actual miracle worker in this moment. That's one. Lethal first click onto Shy.
Not much to see here, though, again. Another high tide going to be thrown down. All of Crew just huddled on the other side of it. Zekin says, right, well, there's a weapon to be gained here, and I will walk away at least with a consolation.
Forced out. The question is, do they just want to flood back in right now on the spike tap?
Yeah, maybe go quickly, right? But there's a high tide already in play. SEN respect this. Are they going to try and wrap around the backside, though, with this Killjoy? It doesn't look like Zelsis is looking for a flank.
And that is one of the difficulties of playing against this Harbor. You can't flood in when all those walls are up.
Okay, Kesnet might get cleared from that position by the fragment. Well placed there by John, but Mel's is still in Crow's Nest. Lit, though, on the side. He's the only player there. Crew actually pull off the side itself and play from behind this toxic screen. And there's Kesnet, a double spray down. That's not what you want to see if you're a SEN fan. And Mazzino sneaks away. Now SEN have to show a little bit of leg, have to wager something to get this defuse. And it's going to be a 2v1. A must-win round for Sentinels after that timeout. And John's got nothing to do. He has to saunter away. Is this going to pay off? Kesnet's going to see, oh, buddy! Zekin was on the line. And he's able to walk away from this to boot.
He is determined to just will SEN to a win on this map.
With that said,
Placing swarm grenade.
Crew don't have a lot of map control elsewhere, and they've really never tested B on this attack side. I don't know if that's going to start now, honestly. Got to clear that turret, of course.
They've slowed things down over towards A. They've cut that noise. They just want to go for a re-hit later on. Again, Narrate is positioned over towards 410, which Crew have not seemed the best at clearing out. He's had opportunities for kills there before. And now has multiple players to swing with him.
Okay, Cascade towards that Gen side. This all Adams has slipped through in this direction. Narrate knows he's going to get busy, but there's also John here to cover the line. Where was John? Oh no! Poor stop of it. Now, we're even numbers. Crew have been allowed to make some serious progress onto the side, but Bang could still be an issue. A thorn in the side. John redeems himself there, and some. Leaving it up to Mazzino and Melsa, the latter with 3 already, with only 6 points of health. He has to know there's a player up on Rafty here. A strong wind would blow him over at this point. And 15 seconds left in the round. He, of course, carries the spike, gets that poison on up and gives it a tickle. Either second or John floats in. There's a shorty going to work. And again, no Owl drone to force him off the line yet. Versa having used that a little bit early, but Util should come back around.
SEN are just hoping right now that on this hit, Zekin can find his and then set up for the 5 versus 4. Retake doesn't have an opportunity. Too much to obscure his vision. Wow, early punches Fury and it connects onto Melser.
That's big. Give that player advantage. Narrate ready for a little bit more here. Getting those tags in. Versa goes quite low, but John gets knocked inside that null command. Kesnit is him. Hits the back of the site. Time aplenty here to go for a plant, but Zelsis might have been looking to line up some Util. It doesn't matter. Narrate finds yet another one, though. That is big, and it's up to Mazzino. Might be... Oh, my goodness, that ain't right!
Drone to explore even further.
Zekin's going to fight for this. Here's the tail with active. Does he know who's above him? It doesn't matter. He's going to be able to get out with it. The Blade Storm. The Storm does connect. Ends up being a 2-for-1. Crew here, really want to push the issue. They're not sure, though, about committing a spike. It's Mazzino being a little bit careful about this.
The problem is now
the poison
the walls are going to drop. And so Crew are vulnerable to multiple sightlines. Cascade will obscure any view from Snowman, but no Sentinels are even there. Now the cloud is up, so safety for Mazzino. Narrate swinging from the top.
Oh, buddy. That's rough for Zelsis, but he only had a stinger to work with. Reckoning now in play. Kesnit suppressed briefly, but finds yet another one. That evens the odds here. Shy's a little bit low, but Mazzino can play off this. Cove active. Verso went down with Hunter's Fury. Bang trying to get active here, but of course they need to get through this high tide. Swing it together, see what they can find. Nothing to be spotted, and now the Viper's Pit comes down. Bang takes a little bit of damage through the wall, but Sentinel's going to make use of this. They get ahead, clear the turret that Shy tried to place to spot them out early. Shy's going to go for it. 4 and 1, not a big difference anyway. And now Bang tries to get the defuse. Mazzino with the spray, gets it to half. Mazzino got to step up, and he completes the contracts.
Exceptional. SEN have not been able to stop them despite Zekin's best efforts. It's going to require heroics on a bad buy from them in what looks to be a full B retake against a pit at that.
And Crew can fall back to the edges of this pit, back towards yellow with his long sight lines. If Kesnit gets a 1-for-1 here, he's happy.
And with a long sight line, they have a Hunter's Fury to play with as well.
Kesnit has heard this. He knows that Narrate just dropped there. Hunter's Fury coming down from Reverso now. Melsa deals with Zelsis. Kesnit, he's going to get through mid because Narrate has vacated the zone of activity for the turrets. And there goes Bang. The pit comes down and Mazzino drops him.